Three poor brothers used their intelligence and shocked an entire kingdom. In a village called Puncholai, there lived a poor old man named Kandasamy. He had 3 sons. He often used to tell them, "My dear children, we do not have land, goats, cows, gold, or wealth. So you must work hard and gather different kinds of treasures for yourselves. You must keep trying to gain more wisdom and knowledge. Nothing should escape your eyesight. Then, instead of lands, you will gain sharp intelligence. Instead of gold, you will gain wisdom. When you earn such treasures, you will never suffer in life. You will always stand above everyone else." One day, Kandasamy passed away. The 3 brothers gathered together and discussed what they should do next. The eldest brother, Siva, looked at his younger brothers and said, "If we stay here, we cannot achieve anything. Let us travel to many places. If necessary, we can do whatever work is available and earn money. Then we will never have to starve wherever we go." The other 2 brothers liked the idea very much. So all 3 prepared themselves and started their journey. They crossed forests, mountains, and rivers. They walked for many days. They finished all the food they had brought with them. They became tired and exhausted, and their legs began to ache. Yet the road they traveled seemed endless. After resting for a short while, they continued their journey. Finally, they saw a large city in the distance filled with trees, houses, and temple towers. Seeing this, the brothers quickly walked toward the city and happily said to each other, "Good days are waiting for us now." As they neared the city, Siva suddenly stopped and carefully looked at the ground. "A horse passed through this road not long ago," he told his brothers. They walked a little farther. Then the second brother, Ramu, looked at both sides of the road and said, "That horse is blind in one eye." The 3 continued walking. Then the youngest brother, Sekar, said, "A woman and a child were riding on that horse. Also, their pet dog must have followed behind them." All 3 brothers agreed with one another and continued toward the city. After some time, a man came walking toward them. Seeing him, Siva asked, "Sir, are you searching for something you lost?" The man immediately replied, "Yes. Why do you ask?" Siva asked, "Did you lose a horse?" "Yes," the man answered. Ramu then asked, "Is your horse blind in its left eye?" "Yes," the man replied in surprise. Sikar then asked the man, "Were a woman and a small child riding on it, and was a dog following behind them?" The man stared suspiciously at the brothers. "You 3 must have hidden my horse, my wife, my child, and my dog somewhere. Tell me the truth. Where are they?" he shouted. The brothers replied, "We have never seen your horse. We have never seen your wife, child, or dog either." The man angrily asked, "Then how did you know all these details?" The brothers answered, "We know how to use our eyes carefully and connect many details to reach the correct conclusion. Our father taught us this lesson." They even showed him another path and said, "If you go quickly along this road, you may catch up with them." But the man refused to believe them. "No, you are hiding everything. Return them immediately," he shouted loudly. Hearing the argument, people gathered there. After listening to both sides, they took the matter to the court. The traveler complained to the judge, "Sir, I was driving my cattle toward the hills. My wife and small child were following me on a one-eyed horse with our dog. Somehow they fell behind and disappeared. While searching for them, I met these 3 men. Without me telling anything, they described my horse, my wife, my child, and my dog perfectly. Surely they must be the thieves." The judge asked, "Why do you suspect them?" The traveler replied, "I never told them anything, yet they said I was searching for a horse, that it was blind in one eye, that a woman and child rode it, and that a dog followed behind." The judge thought for a moment and said, "If they described everything so accurately without being told, then they must be guilty. Bring them before me." The 3 brothers were brought into the courtroom. The judge stared at them and angrily asked, "What did you do with this man's horse and dog? Where have you hidden his wife and child?" The brothers calmly replied, "Your Honor, we are not thieves. We have committed no crime." The judge shouted, Then how could you describe everything so perfectly? Yet now you claim innocence? What courage! The brothers respectfully answered. There is nothing surprising in our descriptions. From childhood, we trained ourselves to observe carefully and think deeply. That is why we could guess everything without actually seeing it. The judge laughed and asked, "Can someone truly know so much about things they have not seen?" "Yes," all three brothers answered together. The judge then said, "Very well, I will test whether you are telling the truth." He secretly whispered instructions to two servants. They left the courtroom and returned shortly after carrying a large wooden box. The brothers carefully watched where the box came from, how it was carried, and how it was placed on the ground. The judge then asked, "Tell me what is inside this box." Siva replied first, "There is a small round object inside." Immediately Ramu added, "It is a mango." Then Sakar said, "It is an unripe mango." The judge ordered the box to be opened. Everyone was shocked to see that there was indeed a raw mango inside. The judge held up the mango and announced, "These men are not thieves." Then he turned to the traveler and said, "Go elsewhere and search for your family." Everyone there admired the intelligence and wisdom of the three brothers. The judge especially praised them. Knowing they had traveled far and were exhausted, he served them many kinds of food and treated them with great respect. He then said, "You are innocent men, you may go wherever you wish." But before they left, the judge asked, "Explain how you discovered everything in the exact order it happened. How did you know that the traveler was searching for his horse?" Siva answered, "The hoof marks on the ground showed that a horse had passed that way. From the way the man kept looking around anxiously, I understood he was searching for something." The judge praised him and then asked, "How did you know the horse was blind in its left eye?" Ramu stood up and replied, "Only the grass on the right side of the road had been eaten. The grass on the left side was untouched. From this, I guessed that the horse was blind in its left eye." "Excellent," said the judge. Then he asked, "How did you know a woman and child were riding the horse?" Sakar answered, "At one place, I saw horse hoof marks beside the footprints of a woman and a small child. From this, I understood that a woman and child had gotten down there. I also saw tiny paw prints following behind the horse tracks, so I knew a dog had followed them." The judge nodded and said, "Very good. Now explain how you knew the box contained an unripe mango." Siva answered, "From the way the servants carried the box, I understood it was not very heavy." Ramu added, "When they placed it on the ground, I heard a round object rolling inside. Since the box came from the court garden and the garden only had mango trees, I guessed it was a mango." Finally, Sikar said, "At this season, mangoes are usually unripe. Look outside the window." The judge looked through the open window and saw green mangoes hanging from all the trees in the garden. He was deeply amazed by the brothers' observation, intelligence, and patience. Then he said, "You may not be wealthy in money or property, but in wisdom, the three of you are truly rich." Finally, the judge arranged suitable jobs for the brothers according to their talents, and the three brothers lived happily and proudly.